Yo, what is up? Welcome to the 5th episode of Dude, You Never Told Me. I'm your host, Anthony. I'm in the driver's seat again, and with me are my two best friends and co-hosts and passengers, Alex and Devante. What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? It's Alex. How's it going?
Hey everybody, welcome to the chat.
Welcome. How are y'all doing?
And I'm excited for this episode.
Yeah?
Doing good,
Yeah.
man. Can't wait to see what they got.
This episode's going to be a little different. As you can see, our layout's a little different if you're watching us on stream or watching us on YouTube. We're going to do things a little differently than we did in the previous weeks. Rather than one single topic we're going to discuss, we have a series of prompts that will force the three of us to take a position. We may all agree, we may all disagree. Either way, we'll take the stand and defend our position in front of y'all, our listeners, our watchers, our jurors. So feel free to leave comments on which side we take. You'll also notice that there's a clock on the right-hand side. That's going to hold us accountable to time. And we'll try to get through as many topics as possible. If we don't get through all of them, we'll get to them in our next episode of this kind. Unless my fellow hosts have anything else to add, I think we can begin.
I'm ready when y'all are.
Sounds good. Welcome to Dude, You Told Me. All right, we'll get started. I'm going to start the timer as you see, and we'll get right into our first topic. Let's go. Marvel versus DC.
All right.
I want to hear Anthony's answer first. I got to hear this one.
Wait, should we say it at the same time, or should we just do one at a time?
I'm up for whatever.
I'd like to hear yours first, though.
My answer is surprisingly, it's DC. I'm a huge DC
Okay.
fan.
I knew it.
How do you know it?
I just had a stinking feeling that you were going to say DC.
So much Marvel.
So do I, but you know why I thought that? Because that
Why?
was going to be my answer.
Your answer is DC as well? Wow.
Both of you are DC?
Marine fanboy.
I'll let you go first. No,
All right.
well, hey, we're not talking favorite hero. We're talking which one I like more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I enjoy the DC superheroes a little bit more. The characters are a bit better. Like the mythos that they create in the universe is a bit better. And like the comic book crossover events, I've enjoyed them a lot better than the Marvel crossover events. And so I'm a huge Marvel fan, but I'm a bigger DC fan.
Okay. Well, obviously, I already said my stance, and I would say DC just because I like the more mature tone that it tends to give off. Like, I just really enjoy being able to watch something that feels more with higher stakes, where Marvel just kind of is like, it's more comfort, like, kind of like your comfort food. It's just like, I always have fun watching it. It's enjoyable, but I'm usually not too worried about anything too crazy happening.
I don't know. There's some pretty big Marvel events if you keep up
There
with
are.
comic books.
There are, but
Like when they turned Captain America into a Hydra agent. When they did
yeah.
Civil War.
What was
that
it,
pretty
Agent
big.
Hydra?
Well,
No, yeah, they were.
well,
They were,
why,
but
both of y'all have DC. I'm on the opposite end, and I think I'm going to have to go with
You're a
Marvel.
boy.
I got to go with Marvel, man.
no.
My favorite character's on Marvel, and
Okay.
I feel like I haven't watched really too many DC, or I have watched like DC movies, but haven't gotten into them as much as I have Marvel. And so Marvel is my way to go, man.
DC movies are not where it's at unless we're talking animated.
Okay,
That's true.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I will say there's some DC movies that are really good, like Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises,
Oh.
Joker. Like if you go to like the
There's exceptions.
non-DC EU ones, like there's some pretty good ones out there.
Okay.
Christian Bale, Batman. Oof.
So what? 2 DC, 1 Marvel.
Yeah, 2 DC, 1 Marvel.
like
2
it.
DC, 1. I'm surprised, Alex.
Yeah, I'm surprised you chose DC, man.
well.
I didn't think you'd go
Hey.
Marvel.
You know, I love Marvel. I will always have love for Marvel, but DC is just there's just something about it. It's kind of like that it's like your cheat. You know how when you have a cheat day for when you eat like that one food and you're
Yeah.
just like it's so good and you just can't wait till that next time to watch it or eat it. That's DC.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's move on
All right,
then.
next topic. Let's go.
Favorite DC character?
All right, I think Alex should begin this one since I began last time.
Man, mine is an easy answer, and it's probably a very common answer for a lot of people, but not that common because it's not Batman, it's Superman.
Super.
Okay, the man standing
Kal-El himself.
standing at
Kal-El
the head of
himself.
the pack.
Why Superman though?
The Man of Steel.
The movie. That's why.
Do what? No,
Oh,
no,
I
that's
was
not
about to be
why.
like,
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
movies-
Did y'all say why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said why. Devante was like Man of Steel. Like, yeah, he is the Man of Steel.
He is the Man of Steel. No, why? Because he's Superman. I mean, literally, the guy can go against any. He can solo the entire Marvel universe almost.
Debatable.
Because it is debatable, 100%. But I'm just saying, like, he's that powerful. He's that freaking awesome. He's just got so many cool powers. He's, for the most part, a good guy, depending on which version of him you're seeing.
He has a
in
very
Justice.
fun weakness and a rock
give
from
you
his
that.
home planet. A
He
radiated
does have a
rock from
weakness.
his home planet.
But they had to give him a weakness. You can't make him just that OP.
That's true.
Okay.
Technically he has more than one weakness out there.
I gotta address this comment at the white dress. If Superman is bland, then so is Captain America.
He is bland.
That is true. There are like the stereotypical heroes. But if I had to say, I would go with Aquaman. Aquaman is my favorite just
The
because.
Jason Momoa.
Oh, yeah,
one or
Jason
the
Momoa.
normal one?
I love Jason Momoa
Jason
as an
Momoa.
actor. And I just love the laid backness of Aquaman. Like, he's just like chilling, you know? And then if something happens, he just summons some fish. Like, come on, what more can you get from that?
You know,
So-
the Jason Momoa version is so different from like what I grew up
actual,
with for
yeah.
Aquaman.
Right.
Yeah.
It is different, yeah. But
So
I like the vibe he gives off. It's pretty laid back and chill.
Do you want to know a really interesting fun fact about Aquaman?
What's up?
So you know how he talks to fish and that they think that's his ability, his power is to talk to fish,
Mhm.
and they make fun of him for that.
Yeah.
In one of the comic books, they actually explain it a bit more. The writer loves Aquaman, so he wrote it that it's not talking to fish, is that he can send telepathic signals that travel better underwater.
Okay.
So he's mind melding to the fish, and so there is an episode. There's like an issue where he's like, I think these like undersea pirates are like trying to like do some whale hunting,
Mhm.
and like he knocks one into the water. And basically like telepaths into their mind, threatening to blow their mind up if they come back to like the water.
Hey, that's
to hunt
pretty
the whales.
dope. Okay.
Yes, it's not just like I don't hunt fish. I'm like a telepath underwater.
I'm telling you, Aquaman is a king of the sea, and nobody else can
He's the
claim
king
it.
of the sea.
I think for me, my favorite DC hero is Green Lantern himself.
Okay.
Wait, which one? There's like 3.
Probably Hal
That's true.
Jordan.
Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know. I always jump back. I'm either Hal Jordan or a Kyle Rayner fan. Kyle Rayner because that's like the comic book series I grew up reading the most of. But I think Hal Jordan, the whole Green Lantern mythos as a whole, is like so incredible. I used to be a huge like deep dive into the Green Lantern mythos of like all the different rings and all the different emotions you can like do.
Mhm.
So it's really cool.
You know, if it was me, Anthony, I would probably have to say Jon Stewart's my
Jon
favorite
Stewart.
personally.
Mm.
Yeah, I grew up with him. You know,
Blob.
Justice League Unlimited. Yeah,
He's cool.
Jon Stewart. He was so cool, dude. I loved that character. But
Yeah, they want to do like a buddy cop film with Jon Stewart and either Kyle Rayner or Hal Jordan. That'd be a very fun Green Lantern buddy cop film.
Okay.
you saw the CW like DC universe, right, Anthony?
Yeah, I did. Arrow.
So
Arrowverse.
yes, you remember John Diggle?
Yeah.
I was so hoping that would pay off, that he would be like the John Stewart or like, you know, like the
Dude,
Green
those
Lantern.
writers know that for a fact. They tease it so hardcore. They
I
should
know,
just commit
dude.
to it, but they didn't want
They
the bad press.
literally gave him the ring. They
And he
gave it
threw
to
it
him, then
away.
he threw it away.
Bro, that ring is
okay.
dope though. I would love to have one.
choose them. A willpower ring? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I would be the blue Lantern ring.
Okay.
For, Hope.
You are the hope
Power
of this dude you told me.
Yeah, he is.
All
Let's
right.
move on to the next one.
Deadpool versus Wolverine. Man, we are going up and up.
All right. So Devante, you go first.
Yeah, man. I gotta go Wolverine. He's just classic. He's just a classic. Deadpool came in after a couple years, but then for me, even though Deadpool's funny, Wolverine is just my childhood. You know, I grew up watching his movies, and not to the extent that some other people in here have, but I really enjoyed his movies and how wholesome of a guy he is.
I have to agree with you. Wolverine over Deadpool. I just like the character better. The whole fourth wall break gets kind of annoying every now and then. Wolverine has something that's very iconically X-Men, iconically Marvel about Wolverine that just hits home.
That's true.
Yeah. I gotcha. Well, mine's gonna be Deadpool. I'm just kidding. It's totally Wolverine. Come on now. God.
This man pulling a fast one on us.
Wolverine is my favorite hero of all time. You guys knew that was
Of course, of course.
Wolverine, literally, I've got a poster of him. Like you know that video game that I think it's Sony that is coming out with Insomniac Games. They're making a Wolverine movie. If they have a special edition, you already know I'm copping that because I want that Wolverine statue, man. Wolverine is the best superhero in my opinion by far. Like he's the one.
And he's coming back out.
He's the most
He's
interesting.
coming back.
He's like very interesting because he has that healing factor, and then the way they've like designed his healing factor makes it so that he can like time travel. He's resilient to all these different kinds of like attacks, and so it's really fun to see him like
he's OP, man,
throughout the eras.
And he can just heal.
He's OP until he comes across Magneto.
Oh well, Magneto's a different story.
He rips the adamantium out of his bones.
Dude, that
there's
was
like a really cool
rough
picture of like him like pulling the adamantium out of
didn't he like liquefy it?
Yeah,
and, like just
that was in the movie, right? Like they liquefied it and no, where was it?
There's like there's an iconic comic book like panel where Magneto's literally ripping the adamantium out of Wolverine's skin because like
just
Wolverine, his powers is not the adamantium. That's like grafted onto his skeleton through Weapon X program. So he's normally just like a bone claw. And so in this panel, it's like an old school panel, probably from like the 90s, maybe. Like just like pulls out all of the adamantium.
Okay.
And in case you didn't know, Devante, they actually, I don't know when they did it officially, but he didn't always have the bone claws. They kind of added that later as like a second mutant gene just to kind of help it make sense as to why when they gave him, the metal body or the metal skeleton, that's why he had metal claws, because everyone before that just kind of like guessed, assumed, or wasn't 100% sure.
It wasn't originally metal, right? Like it was bone, right? Yeah, like literal bone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wolverine's pretty dope.
He's like a wolf.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, next one.
Favorite anime of all time.
Favorite. So is this the one that I could watch forever and ever and ever, or is this one that I would recommend to everyone to watch?
One that you would rewatch
forever and ever.
Yeah.
It would have to be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I've seen the entire
really
series so many times, and I think it also doubles as a good gateway anime for a lot of my friends.
Dub or sub?
I think it hits a lot. Huh?
I said dub or sub.
You're gonna hate me. I have to watch it dubbed.
Have you watched it sub?
I have watched it.
Okay. As long as you watched it sub.
I've done it both.
Okay.
I had to watch. It's because like when I first watched it, I watched it dubbed, and so I watched like the first couple seasons of it dubbed, and so now like their voice dub version is like ingrained into my head.
I get that.
I can't unhear it.
Was it Toonami?
And so whenever, no, it was
Oh,
I don't think it was Toonami.
Oh, you didn't
I
watch it on
just watched
Toonami?
it on like probably Netflix actually.
Oh, okay. I watched it on Toonami as a kid, so I watched it dub before sub.
I enjoy it so much. I think it has a great world building aspect of it. I think it's all the characters are really great. It has like it's a bit of like romantic like sub stories with Al and Winfrey, but it has really good action sequences.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. What about yours, Alex? What's your favorite?
It's crazy that Anthony happened to say my favorite anime of all time. So
It's both of y'all's favorite.
It's
Dang,
both
man.
of our
They're too
favorites.
similar.
It's such a good story. I love how they have all these different characters, all these different arcs, and the way that they all came together at the end, it's what Game of Thrones should have been like. Like you come to the end and you're feeling all happy and like you're just watching all these characters go through their developments and just it's a great ending. And that's all I can say.
Okay. Well, mine is actually Naruto. I'm gonna stick to it, even though that's like,
Nice.
They call it the big three. But I would say Naruto.
Big three for a reason.
Yeah, that one. Even though I think they set up the story plot line for every other anime, pretty much. Personally, they just take that story and just add different characters, put them different names, but it's practically Naruto in the end. And so I would have to say Naruto, even though I know a lot of people hate on it, but I think that's just the OG anime that helped me grow up.
Yeah.
You know,
do
I'm
have a,
surprised Alex didn't say Dragon Ball Z.
I was
That's true.
I was literally 1 second away from saying it, and then you got ahead of me. I was about to say I do want to bring up an honorable mention, Dragon Ball Z, but
So
R.I.P.
why
to my guy.
Fullmetal Alchemist over Dragon Ball Z?
just because the story is so amazing in Fullmetal Alchemist.
Isn't the story amazing in Dragon Ball Z?
Well, yeah, you know when Frieza,
Okay.
there, that's pretty cool.
Dragon
When
Ball
Cell's
Z?
there, that's pretty cool too.
Dragon Ball Z. Listen, y'all don't have to sell me on Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z. It's one of my favorite, 100%.
All right.
It's just when I think of like my favorite anime, like favorite storyline, favorite group of characters, that's the one I think of is Full Metal Alchemist. Like that's the one that comes to my head first. But like if I had to talk about like my favorite characters of all time, I'd be talking to you about Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, the freaking Piccolo, like just yeah.
Okay. But not Dragon Ball Z though.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z.
No, I did not pick Dragon Ball
Storyline
Z.
garbage.
Did not pick Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I think you'll like this next one then. Batman versus Superman. Not Martha.
Wait. Batman vs Superman, and is in which one do we like more, or is in who would win in a fight?
Who do you personally like more? I know you kind of said it earlier. And who? Yeah, let's do both. Who'd win in a fight, my guy?
Oh, easy. Superman would win. You know why? Because it would take him 2 seconds to kill Batman. Not even 2 seconds. Half a second. If even that. Batman wouldn't even have a chance to think. Superman looks at him, dead.
What if Batman had kryptonite in his hand?
Would he have a chance to
an
pull it
aura.
out? No,
it's
because
an aura effect though.
man, Superman has to just look his way and go "Boo," with his eyeballs and dead. He melts them.
Well, how fast does his heat vision go? Do you know the speed of his heat vision? He can just dodge it.
Unless he can move faster than the Flash, I highly doubt Batman's gonna dodge.
Okay, I'll let Devante answer, and then I'll go on my Batman stand.
I know you will. I know you will. I'm ready for it.
Man. I hate to be the tiebreaker, but I personally think that Superman Superman would win, but I like Batman as a character. And so that's my stance on it. I think Superman's just OP too. He's just powerful. But I think Batman
Sounds like you're a split vote.
Yeah, I think Batman as a character though, I just like him the way that they bring him out. But not all justice needs to be served. But the way that Batman goes about his justice is sometimes like funny to watch or fun to watch compared to Superman.
All right, I'm gonna get into my Batman stand now. So
Do
I'm going to first of all, in comic book wise, Batman has been Superman countless of times.
Plot armor.
Huh? True. All those books are a Batman-driven storylines.
We know who's more OP.
It's just like Batman has like he's proved that he will do anything to win, and so that drive is what empowers him to beat out Superman. Whether it's using kryptonite, whether it's using just a brute force, like in Batman Returns, the Dark Knight Returns, he literally just punched down Superman after gassing him with kryptonite. And then what's less in the latest Batman, or I think DC Heavy Metal or Dark Metal, something like that. Batman injects himself with the Doomsday virus just to beat Superman, and he does. He kills him because like Doomsday killed Superman, so he splices DNA with Doomsday so he can kill Superman.
So all I'm hearing is Batman can't do it, but he has to get something of he has to find something to help him kill Superman, but he can't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He
has to get something. Superman just shows up and he's ready to go. He doesn't need help. He doesn't need something to beat Batman. He is the something.
But Superman does have morals. That's what stops him sometimes.
Exactly.
Even if you
Superman's
remove
like Captain America. He's got
of it.
morals.
But even if you remove the moral portion of it, just like skill wise, in a prepared fight, Batman would win. Right? Even in an unprepared fight, Batman still gets the upper hand. Like if you watch some of the Justice League comics, Batman gets a little unprepared at first, but he's quick to think on his feet. And even when we look at the Man of Steel movie, like Superman doesn't have like martial fighting techniques, and so all he has is just his strength and his abilities. So if you were to take that away from Superman, he's just a guy who's trying to punch you. Well, Batman is like martially
He's
trained.
a lot more than
He's-
just a guy
I
who can
mean,
just punch.
right. But I say you take away his powers though, because like what Krypton can take away his powers, a Red Sun can take away his powers.
Hey, can
no
Batman
no
punch a hole
sunlight?
through realities?
But
What?
Can't Superman do that? Can
so,
he not?
so are we saying
I know,
that
has he punched a hole through realities?
if they
He
fought,
can. He
like,
can punch a hole
hand-to-hand.
straight up into another dimension, dude.
but what if
Yeah, but you take
but what if they fought
gotta take
hand
away
to
his
hand though?
powers.
Like they take you take
Hand-to-hand.
away all the power because I mean Batman technically doesn't have any power, right? Like he's just a
Doesn't
normal
have any
human
powers.
being. He's just rich.
his billionaire power.
That's his
Yeah,
power.
His billionaire power.
And so
Trillionaire power.
hand to hand, I mean Superman will just win. Like
But if you also take so if you take away Batman's like all of his technology and his money, you have to take away Superman's powers because that's their quote unquote power.
okay, I see what you're going there. So just
Okay,
hand
then
to
that
hand
means
combat.
you got to take away Batman's intellect if you're gonna be like that.
No, it's like it's money. It's
Is his power not his money and intellect? Because
Sure.
he has more than just cash.
sure.
Like,
Then
we talk about how such a mastermind Batman is, which he is.
All right,
He's
actually,
one of the greatest
remove his
tacticians to
intellect,
exist.
and if you remove his intellect, remove his money, Batman's still a martial arts trained fighter.
Hey, Batman will win
He's
because he would
changed
just
the
say
entire
Martha, and
world.
that would be the end of conversation.
Say
yeah,
what?
man.
He'll just say Martha.
He's-
He'll
just say
be like
Superman said Martha.
he'll just be like Martha.
no,
Martha.
Superman said Martha and won. In
You've
the
been
movie
watching too
Superman-
much of the live actions, bro.
Nah.
Well, on to the next one. All right, you have to choose one. Choose never to eat, sleep, or breathe, and you'll live with whichever one you choose not to do for the rest of your life.
Do we get the bad counter aspects of not eating, sleeping, or breathing?
Nope, you just choose one and say why. So, like for me, I would choose never to breathe again because I love eating and I love sleeping. You know,
I would choose.
but you would
never
still
to
keep
sleep.
living. Yeah, you would choose
I
never to
choose never to
sleep.
sleep.
Then you'd be a
Yeah.
24/7 type of guy.
Yep.
Oof.
There's
You know,
a
it's-
lot of things I want to do. There's not enough hours in the waking day to do them.
Then you'll say that you'll have 24 hours, 7 days a week, and then you'll
Yeah.
still be like, I don't have enough
I want
time.
that. I want that 25th hour.
Oh my, you just keep going.
Hell yeah.
Sheesh.
You know, I don't know which one I would pick, full disclosure. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick the one y'all haven't, just to throw it out there. I'd pick never to eat again. And that would just could be because that's going to save me a lot of money in the long run.
Dang, you're right. Where is the E and breathe? I'm sorry, I didn't get spell check.
Choose never to breath. The picture in the top right, it matches. So
Yeah.
I'll call that a win.
Well, you'll never have bad breath if you don't breathe. Your mouth will just be closed all the time.
You know, you might not actually have to brush your teeth as much either if you're not eating.
Well, yeah, that's true. If you're not eating, you'd have
Yeah, but there's so many,
gingivitis.
like,
I don't know.
great restaurants and journeys you can have with food.
Exactly. But you could
This is
sleep. You
like
could take a
the
nap,
scallops.
Anthony.
Hey man, you can't eat Gordon Ramsay scallops if you never eat.
That's true.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able
Hey,
to
I'm
sit
not
there and
sa-
enjoy
I'm not
them.
saying that's my favorite option. I'm just picking the one that y'all haven't. And that's the best reason I could think of to pick it.
Mm. All right, how about this one? Now, this is where all the serial killers come out.
Before, after.
Oh.
Yeah,
This one's
psychopathic.
Which
If y'all tell me a different answer than what I'm about to say now, I'm concerned. You put
you put the
the cereal in first,
Yeah.
and then you pour
I
the
can't
milk.
believe you. You're supposed to put milk before, dude.
All right, Devontae's a serial killer confirmed. Now we know.
Just joking.
Now we know.
Just joking.
Now we know.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm definitely cereal then milk.
Cereal, then milk. Okay, and then you too, Alex.
There's only one acceptable time that you can put cereal in after milk, and that's if you had too much milk left over. That's the only time.
So what happens when the cereal gets super soggy though, or do you just scarf it down the cereal before it gets soggy? Does that bother you?
Why is your cereal soggy?
Because of the milk.
You left it there for a while.
Yeah.
No. You finish all your cereal, like
Okay.
just the cereal portion, and you're left with just milk.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's an acceptable time to get more cereal.
right,
to
but
pour in.
if you do cereal first and then you add the milk, doesn't the cereal get soggy at the end of the day?
No.
If you leave it there for
I
too
don't know.
long.
How fast do you eat your cereal?
How
Damn.
slow are you eating cereal?
Take my time, I'm enjoying it.
I enjoy it too.
I don't like to let
Talking about
my
Honey Nut Cheerios.
I don't like to let my cereal get soggy. And I pick
Yeah,
that thing up and I
I
start
don't
eating,
get
dude.
soggy.
That's like so fast. Unless y'all are eating like small amount of cereal. That's so quick.
No, I'd be
No, I ate
chunking
a
down
full
that
bowl.
cereal, bro. Yeah, I'd be eating 2 or 3 bowls.
It's wild.
Wait,
I like the little crunch you get with each bite, and then the milk to kind of go with it. You know.
now what if you don't have enough? Like you're like, oh, the milk is like a little bit, and then you pour in the milk, and then you pour in the cereal to match the milk.
That's okay.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes
Did y'all
there's not enough milk, and so I have to make sure.
did y'all watch the movie Get Out by Jordan Peele?
Yeah.
I have not seen that one.
Oh, you have not? So there's
No, I
there's
haven't.
a scene where at the beginning of the film, the girl who turns out to be like one of the villains of the film. She's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
eating her cereal. She does she pours I think she separate her cereal and milk, and Jordan Peele came out and said like he did that to show how psychotic she is from the very beginning of the movie.
That is
Oh.
very
That's
psychotic.
funny.
I'd be worried.
Jordan Peele's a pretty good director, I've heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great
He
director.
is. How about no cereal, just milk? Just drinking
That's just called a glass of milk, bro.
a bowl of milk.
Do y'all ever just eat cereal by itself as like a snack?
My wife
Yeah,
does.
it depends on the cereal,
I
but
used to do it more as a kid, but not so much.
like
nowadays.
Chex Mix cereal,
Yeah.
That's well, is there a cereal for Chex Mix actually?
like the rectangular woven. I don't know. Maybe it's not called Chex Mix or whatever, but it's like little rectangular woven stuff.
It's Wheaties, I think.
Oh, okay, maybe it's Wheaties.
I don't know. I'll be honest
Something
with
like
y'all. I
that.
haven't eaten cereal in forever.
Yeah, you're
Not really
getting out
now?
of breakfast.
Jack,
Oh,
you
I don't
help
eat
us out?
cereal.
Cereal.
What's he talking about? Chex.
Chex. There we go. Well,
All right, there we go.
favorite Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Are we doing original 150 or are we doing
Whatever your favorite Pokemon is.
okay,
Mine is Dragonite.
Dragon Knight?
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it Dragonite, Devante? I want to hear
Yeah, why
this.
Dragon Knight?
It was just really hard to obtain back in the day, and once I finally got it, like all my friends had it, and then I was the only one who did it. And so once I got it, I was like, I'm gonna cherish this Dragonite, and then Flygon. Flygon was my other one. So Dragonite and Flygon were like my two.
What about Solomon's? I thought Solomon's
Wait,
pretty
I was
hard
about
too.
to say Salamence is pretty dope.
Salamence is pretty
Or
dope. Yeah.
Metagross was pretty hard to get.
Metagross is hard to get.
Or Rayquaza.
You know who my
Tears.
favorite's gonna be? Rayquaza. My favorite is got to be Mega Sceptile.
Mega. There you go. Mega.
Mega,
Yeah.
Mega baby, Mega Sceptile.
With
What a
his,
freaking!
big tail, his like monster tail, whatever.
He becomes Grass Dragon. He's just.
That's
Dude,
true.
I love Mega Sceptile. Best Mega Evolution, best Pokemon. Sceptile by himself was already a goat, and just when he goes Mega, he's even better.
My favorite is Lucario.
Lucario.
Yeah. Why do you?
Yeah,
Why
why
do you like
Lucario?
Lucario, man?
I don't know, man. Just something that's really cool. I think I played too much Brawl with Smash Bros. Brawl with Lucario. I think it's
Yeah,
very fun.
Lucario. Lucario's a really fun Pokemon. I've always loved Lucario.
I think I'd like the Aura Sphere. It looks like it because like it's like a pseudo like a Shadow Ball, and like Mewtwo had a Shadow
Yeah,
Ball.
That's true.
But for
it's a little
Mewtwo, I
Rasengan.
didn't like how big hips Mewtwo was. Mewtwo had some big thighs.
I always felt like Lucario was kind of like a counterpart to Mewtwo in a way,
I
like
think so, yeah.
kind of like a light and dark, even though it really Mew is supposed to be his counterpart.
Wait,
I
was
felt
Lucario
was-
in the Darkrai movie, or was that two different movies?
I don't know.
I think he was in a Darkrai movie. I
I
think.
stopped watching Pokemon movies after the Entei movie.
Oh, it's
It
been
was
a long time for you then.
ago.
Yeah,
Like Pokemon 2000.
I remember I got the
Dude.
Entei card from watching the movie in theaters, and I stopped watching Pokemon movies.
That is so long ago. My
Yeah,
gosh. I don't remember what the last one I saw was. It was definitely in the Sinnoh, though. Sinnoh region.
I see. Well, next we got Mario versus Sonic. Who is your favorite, and who would win in a fight?
I gotta stand by my man Mario. Mario's the best. I think Yeah, I know. I mean, he can eat flowers, get fireball powers. He can transform. If he has all of all of his arsenal of items that he can transform, I think he's like unbeatable.
Mm.
He can turn into an elephant. He can turn into a cat. He can turn into like a blob thing.
That's as long as
He
you
can
get
turn
his
into a lot of
different
things.
forms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
his little shrooms.
Do you think it hurts him when he does that? When he transforms?
I mean, it hurts him whenever he gets hit, so it probably does. It hurts just a little bit to transform.
Yeah.
Mine would have to be. I like Sonic. I think Sonic would. Well, I think Sonic would win.
Wait,
in a
win in
fight.
a fight?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I agree.
and then Mario. I like Mario as a character.
You know, personally, if we're taking them at just like personality and everything, I think Sonic wins just because Mario, for the most part, is he's a very silent protagonist, and a lot of his emotion comes from all his little jumps and punches. So like, so it's like, I mean, I love Mario games. I think they're probably better than Sonic games as a whole. I think they definitely sell more, but I think in terms of who I like more as a character, I think Sonic would win for me. I've really enjoyed, especially like the new Sonic movies that have been coming out. Like it's been such a pleasure to get to watch those and see like how fun Sonic can be, like just on the big screen.
I get you.
So did you like the Sonic movie more or the Super Mario?
Yeah,
Brothers
both
movie?
movies came out. Which one did you like more?
Okay.
You could lump in the Sonic and Sonic 2 together.
So the Sonic movies are better, but the Mario movie was great. I mean, it was, but Sonic was better, without a doubt.
I think so. I think I have to agree with you. I think I like the voice actors for Sonic more than Chris Pratt. I think he captured the Sonic attitude more than Mr. Star-Lord over there.
I feel you on that.
But Sonic didn't have a fun song, so what can you say?
Yeah, he got some music. Who was it? Wiz Khalifa did a song, "Speed Me Up."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was sped up.
he was.
Gotta go fast. Oh man, now that meme's stuck in my head now. Gotta go fast. Thanks a lot,
Gotta go
guys.
fast.
Did y'all ever watch that show, Sonic X, when we were kids?
Probably,
Saturday
yeah.
Saturday morning
the
cartoons.
Saturday mornings. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
CW33, my guy.
yeah, yeah. You already know.
The next one is weapon of choice pre-firearms.
Free fire.
Free firearms. So we're talking.
Bro, I gotta
Anything-
go.
This is like so out of my element right now.
Dude, I gotta go Senpuku style, and I gotta get that katana, bro.
Katana.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
the
I'm gonna go
Japanese
bleach
steel.
mode.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I gotta keep up the Japanese. If only I had a real katana in real life.
Okay, Leonardo, I got you.
All right, I think I'm gonna lean towards long swords only because it looks cool, very traditional.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw you off for a loop here. I would pick a staff.
A staff.
Why?
Yeah, like Donatello.
Like Donatello.
Why?
Dang.
Because remember, you guys know me. I'm not one to pick a fight. I'm
You
more
Moses?
defensive, right? No, I'm not Moses. No,
He's like opening waterways with stuff. Dang, man.
I'm not the one to pick the fight, right? Like I'm the one who's more on the defense side. Like if you pick a fight with me, like I'll mess you up, but I'm not gonna kill you. So what do I choose? A staff.
Dude, you'll be the monkey from
I can
Lion King.
disarm them. Yeah, like I could disarm them. I could put them on their ass. I could knock them out with it. Like there's so much you could do. It's like you remember Rafiki? Whenever he bonked people on the
Yeah,
head with his
exactly.
staff,
Yeah.
it's like exactly.
Rafiki's
That's
not
how
the
it'd be.
most great warrior out there, you know. I wouldn't.
I know he's
Samurai Jack could beat Rafiki in a fight. I'm just saying that a lot now.
My first thought was Donatello.
Donatello.
Oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Anthony, help me out here.
Which one?
Dick Grayson, whenever he became
Nightwing.
Nightwing, I thought it was Nightwing. Gosh, why couldn't I think of the name? That's one of my favorite characters.
Technically,
too.
Nightwing uses batons. Robin traditionally uses a bow staff.
But he does combine them into a
That's
staff.
Mm.
That's true too.
So you'll have two.
Yeah, there you
You'll
go.
be walking around with stilts.
I was trying to think more past though, because like I can't go modern. Like if I go modern, I'd pick I'd pick Nightwing's weapon in a minute. You know, like that's dope. Being able to put it together and then take it apart, like,
I mean, you can do that. You just have to glue or tape.
or just
Real quick.
break it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a one-time change. All right, what's the next one?
Pineapple on pizza. Is it acceptable? I know this is a very controversial one between pizza lovers and pineapple lovers. What's up?
Yes, it's fine.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, we all agree. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Cool.
We all agree that pineapple on pizza is fine. A lot of people said no.
What does the chat think? I want to see what they're all saying.
We got some
Raider
yeses
Man 777 said no.
and some no's.
Chief
Some
Keef
no's.
96
Keith
says
96,
yes. I'm not gonna say that username, but he 2024 100% yes.
Yes. I know. I enjoy the sweetness of a pineapple on like pizza. I think it's fine. It's a good combo. I think if the pineapple is like too big and is like it gets all soggy, then it's kind of weird. But small pineapple bites, good amount of sweetness. Pretty good.
Question. So they call pineapple on pizza typically it's called Hawaiian, right?
Sure.
Mhm.
So my question is, did it actually originate from Hawaii? Is that why they call it Hawaiian?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe because the pineapples are from like the Dole factory.
Right, that was my
I
other
feel like
thought.
we're bordering on like faux Hawaiian. We're like, oh, I don't know about that one.
And then,
Right?
and then they
Maybe we should be
put
moving away from Hawaiian pizza.
and then they put Canadian bacon on it. It's just funny. They put Canadian bacon with Hawaiian pineapple.
Yeah. That's another
I
one
bet
where
you
we're
there's
like,
a
I don't know.
version in Hawaii where they put spam on it.
They probably do.
Spam is good.
It'd be super salty though.
Oh yeah.
Mac OS versus Windows.
Oh,
I bet you we're all on Windows right now.
yeah.
Even some of our guests. I don't know. Our chat,
I guess,
chat might have some
in general
OS.
usage. Like, yeah.
But I would say
think,
Windows for me.
All right. Computers wise, I would prefer to use Windows. Phone wise, I'm going to have to go with the iPhone.
Is it because it is like seamlessly like connects with like all your other Apple devices?
Yes, and I just love the look and the feel of it.
Wait, you own a Mac, right?
I do.
The one thing I do like about Mac is that since I'm sure we all have iPhones, is that we can send our pictures, like AirDrop stuff from our Mac
that's
to
cool.
Your phone, your device, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And so I really like that feature about the OS systems or the Mac OS systems, but for Windows, I just like using it in general for everything else.
I used to subscribe. Well, a lot of my teachers would subscribe to the idea of like Linux is the best. If
About
not
to say
Linux, they go
Anthony would
to
say Linux.
Mac. It's that notion of like, oh, you can't program on a Windows computer. They've made some big changes and strides. You can definitely program on a Windows computer now. A little different. You got to do a little different setup, but I used to make sure all my computers were a dual boot. One boots up in Linux, one boots up in Windows, so I can do programming in my Linux box. But now I just stick to 100% Windows. Just get all the different nice features. VS Code, get a MobX turn. I'm basically on a Linux box.
Virtual desktop. It's like easier now for Windows.
Or just a remote desktop into somewhere. So.
All right, here's a fun topic. Choose one to be ugly or stinky for the rest of your life.
You can't change it, right?
You can't change
Wait.
it.
Okay. Clarification. Can I use money to fix
No,
either
you
one?
you just ugly and stinky or stinky
Like,
for the rest of your
like I
life.
said, no matter how much cologne, no matter how much deodorant you put on, you're gonna be stinky.
I'd
no
No
rather
matter
how
how
much
much
makeup,
surgery
no
you
matter
do,
how
you're
much
going to
plastic
be
surgery-
ugly?
Yeah, you just magically
Yeah.
becomes ugly again.
I'd rather just be ugly, my guy. at least I know I'm ugly, like nobody can make fun of me for being ugly and me get my feelings hurt. I just know I'm ugly, so but I guess you would know you're stinky too, but
I'd rather just be ugly as well. I think I can make it my thing. I can wear a mask everywhere. I'd be like a dead mouse. I'd be like Marshmallow. I can be like Daft Punk. Just wear a mask. I'm like, oh, who's that DJ? Like one of the ugly masks. It's just me.
put a paper bag over your head.
Yeah, just Bagman.
I guess you can be ugly and rich, and people will still love you.
That's true. Just look at some of the billionaires. No, I'm just
Woo.
Support
Yeah,
our
I'd
chat,
probably
please.
have to go with with ugly. If I could fix it, I would pick stinky. But since I can't fix it, I'm gonna go with ugly.
Hey, some people are already stinky already, and they don't know it.
I can think of someone or two.
Yeah, I feel like the gym's always an experience with them.
Dog versus cat.
Oh, I guess this question really more lies toward Alex, who has both. I'm a dog
That's true.
person. Then again, I'm also allergic to cats, so cats
Oh.
will slowly kill me in the end of the day.
I'll
What
go
you got
last.
for us? Oh, you go last. All right. I used to be a dog person, and then I changed to a cat person just because. I'll rest my case. So my case is that cats you can leave alone
True.
for days, you know, and you just have to leave some water out, like filtered water, and an automatic feeder, and then some people even have automatic like the litter boxes, and so everything can be automatic, and you can just leave them for like a week, and I've done it, and so it's.
Would you
but-
want to, though?
But a dog, you can only leave alone if they're like a house dog. You can only leave alone for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
Not even 12 hours max. I don't even know, because you got to take them out to use the restroom, right? And so maybe even 8 hours, right? And so I personally don't want to deal with that. And so I would have to say, yeah, it's a low maintenance. The cat, whenever they need something, I can just be like, all right, I got you, dog. You know, I got you, cat. But until then, they just kind of do their own thing. Actually, I don't even know where my cats are, but they're off doing their own thing, you know?
See, I like constant loyalty and undying affection for my dog. Like literally, as we speak right now, my
I
dog is
love
like
the way you
sleeping
said
in the
that.
corner of my room. Undying loyalty.
He's not wrong. Dogs are way more loyal than cats.
They are. But how loyal, you know? Until
I
somebody
think-
else starts feeding them, right?
I think y'all both have really good points. I
You
think
can't cop out. Don't cop
I
out.
think when it comes down to it at the end of the day, if I am objectively picking an animal, not picking either of my fur babies, if you will, I would have to say I prefer dogs over cats. Now, I love my cat. I do. I love my cat as much as I love my dog.
Yeah, doesn't
There-
he hang out with you whenever you are on the
Oh.
computer?
My cat is my bro. We will literally be chilling in this very room. He'll be watching me. He'll watch me on stream. He'll watch me on when we're playing our game nights. Like he's always there. He just wants to relax, loaf around, have some pets, rub up on me a little bit, and just love on it. But my dog, she's always just wanting to have a good time, like always ready to go. She's always happy. And then my cat, he's always just he wants love in a different way. Like it's two very different loves, and it's just I could never choose one over the other, but between the animal, like dog versus cat, I'm gonna pick dog.
Dog. So you got two
Dog.
dogs and one cat. Yeah.
Actually, maybe one day I'll have two dogs and one
dogs.
cat. We'll see.
I told Michelle that I want a husky, and she always sends me videos of the husky just like screaming its head off. And she's like, "You still want a husky? You still want a husky?"
You live in
I'm like,
Texas,
"Yeah,
my guy.
I really do.
that man gonna be,
He melting out there.
gonna be
Shedding and
too
melting.
hot.
Too hot.
Hey man, my German Shepherd's doing just fine, so I think a husky will be okay. My parents have a husky, as you know.
Oh yeah, that's
so-
right. Is it not too hot?
Dude, that husky
manages.
loves to be outside all day, every day. I mean, it
Mhm.
literally just chills in the shade. It doesn't want to come inside, and they're just like, she's good. She doesn't care if it's 100 degrees or 20 degrees. She's out there.
It'll be 100 degrees soon, my guy.
Yeah,
It
the
will.
dogs will manage even if it's hot outside. Give it some water. They'll manage.
Especially if you get a puppy, like it'll adjust.
All
All right.
right, what's next?
Coke versus
Coke
Pepsi.
versus Pepsi.
Which one would you choose?
Should we make this one the last one, or did you want to keep going after this?
I'll just keep
We'll
going
see
till
how
the
long it
time, man.
takes. Yeah, man.
We
We might go overtime.
Right to
Who
the
knows?
buzzer. I am a Coke fan.
Coke.
You guys saw my bottle. You can still kind of see it right above my head here. So
Now,
Coca-Cola.
But the real question is, Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
Oh,
Coke.
You still
on,
go?
Diet
You go?
Pepsi.
You still go Diet Coke?
Hell
I hate
yeah!
Diet
Come
Coke.
on now.
I gotta go for the Diet Pepsi on this one, dude.
same. Diet Coke has a weird aftertaste.
Wait,
that
hold on.
I can't.
Hold
deal
on a
with.
second.
Yeah.
You saying Diet Coke? Why do you got a photo of Coke Zero?
It's the
Are we
same
talking
shit.
Diet Coke or It is not the same.
It's the
It
same
is
thing,
very
dude.
different taste. They
Okay.
are not the same.
Diet Coke. Okay, what is it? Coke Zero versus Diet Pepsi. Then you still would
Then
say
my answer
Coke.
remains this. My
Yeah.
answer doesn't change.
Still
there.
would say Coke.
If it's Diet Coke, that's different. But Coke Zero is what
That's
I was
true.
referring to.
I like Coke Zero more than Diet Coke. I like Coke Zero more than Diet
Really?
Pepsi.
Okay.
I like Diet Pepsi more than Diet Coke. Diet Coke is at the bottom of every list.
Okay. What about the old Coke Zero in comparison to the new Coke Zero recipe? Because they
The
changed
old
it.
Coke Zero. I haven't had the new one yet. Then
Yeah, I don't know if I ever had the old one.
Is it
And
better?
if I
Is
did,
it
I
the
don't
same?
remember.
Y'all didn't have the
Nice.
old one? It was like the old one was like the black can
Yeah.
one.
I've had the old one before. I haven't had the new one.
The new one is the red can.
Sure.
Maybe I've had it. I don't know. I mean, I've definitely had the new version. I've had Coke Zero probably in the last month or so.
Okay.
I've had Coke
Well,
Zero.
it tastes totally different, or a little different. You can tell if you've drinking enough of it. But I would have to go for Diet Pepsi on this one for me.
Right. Well, I guess we did end it on which one we like better, Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. Before we end our show, I kind of want to ask which answer stood out from each other.
I was surprised about Alex's first one.
Same.
I didn't think you'd
That one
choose
surprised
DC
me.
there, my guy.
Hey, I got to keep you on your toes.
So
I can't.
different.
I can't just tell you my whole life story.
Yeah, man, you were like fanboying over X-Men and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, X-Men is such a yes, I love X-Men 100%. But we're not talking about X-Men. We're talking about Marvel versus DC. And just I mean, when you think about it, like growing up, we had a lot more DC influence. Like when we were kids,
Sure.
Mhm.
like we got to watch Batman the animated series. There was a Superman animated series. They had the Justice League Unlimited,
Right.
and of course there was the Batman movies. Like there was just a lot of. I felt like I had a lot of DC influence growing up. Like DC was probably my gateway to superheroes, and then
That's fair.
I got introduced to Marvel more so around probably Spider-Man and the X-Men were
Hmm.
probably my introductions to
You didn't
Marvel.
watch X-Men Evolution?
Oh, I did. Love
Yeah.
that show. Great show. That and actually X-Men like the X-Men that came out in
OG?
the OG,
Animated
with
series,
the
the
prequel
90s.
series to 97.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that show as well. But like when I think of my shows that got me into superheroes, it's DC and all that, and there's just something about the tones that they use that I really enjoy. Like Marvel tries to just sometimes be too comedic nowadays. That kind of turns me off sometimes. Like,
Really?
and I know you love him for this, Devante. I got to use Thor as an example because
Okay, he's
Thor,
been overdoing it a little lately, but yeah.
I loved
Thor is
more.
that's only in the movies though. If you read
I know.
comic book Thor, he's still the same Thor.
Exactly, but
Actually,
like
he's gone through some very interesting story arcs as he,
But, like,
he
when
becomes
people-
the king of Asgard.
when people think of Thor, like people now think more towards the movies because that's what most people see.
Right.
So like that's what pops into my head as well. Like I'm most people in this case. Like I think of that Thor. So like if we're talking just the comics, then it's a whole other ball game because there are a lot more mature tones with the Marvel comics. But I guess I was thinking more like MCU animation and like just stuff you'd watch on screen. I wasn't thinking more about like reading the comics when I was thinking that.
Let's see.
If we're focusing just on like movies and TV shows, that I'd choose Marvel over DC. DC's in a slump that they didn't get out of.
Yeah,
And
no,
even
if we're
with the
talking
new
just movies.
Yeah, even with the new slate that James Gunn has, like I'm still like worried about some of those.
Oh, 100%.
What about you, Anthony? What was one that you had thought?
I'd probably say for when Alex said that he prefers Fullmetal Alchemist over Dragon Ball Z, that threw me for a loop.
Oh, the
For
favorite
gonna
anime.
say- yeah, for sure gonna say Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say something along the lines of Dragon Ball Z too, Alex. Just because you have so many other figurines and whatnot.
Yeah.
I love Dragon Ball. I will never stop loving Dragon Ball. But
I will never stop loving you.
If they remaster Dragon Ball Z with like modern graphics, like not
They
Super, I
did.
mean like the OG, I mean like
They did.
actual like they did? I thought
they
they just
did.
keep remastering.
It's called Dragon
it,
Ball
like,
Z Kai.
Kai.
was that upgraded graphics?
It really is called Dragon Ball Z Kai. Yeah, I swear.
I don't remember having upgraded graphics though. I just remember just
Yeah.
being like,
No, yeah, they did. So it's upgrade graphics, but less blood.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there
I,
goes my
I
question.
prefer to watch the OG.
I think for Devante, I didn't think his favorite DC hero would be Aquaman.
Oh,
I
really?
put him as an
That was
Aquaman
shocking.
fan.
Yeah,
I don't know
mine-
what I would have thought, but I did not think Aquaman.
I just love
And I
how
don't think for the
laid back he
reason
is.
why you like Aquaman. too.
He's the king of the sea, man.
The king of the sea.
Nobody can take that away from him.
You know, I don't know what answer I was expecting for DC when it came to Devante, but Aquaman was definitely not on that list.
I gotta keep you guys on your toes.
Right?
What about for you, Alex? What was some surprising ones, if any?
If any, you know, I don't know if any of them really surprised me that much, but I will say I really appreciated the fact that we all picked Wolverine over Deadpool. That was my favorite moment for sure.
Yes, we all. Yeah, Wolverine. Deadpool's
Because-
cool and all, but
Yeah,
I think Wolverine's
exactly. The man with the claws.
it. Back to you, Anthony.
Yeah, so I think that's going to conclude our episode for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I really enjoyed seeing all the comments stream by. I wanted to say, before we get into our normal bookkeeping, I kind of want to do a quick special announcement. For next week, our episode will be on Wednesday instead of Thursday. Same time, it's just a different day. And we're going to be celebrating one of my favorite topics. And it's also going to be a celebration of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So it's good that I get to lead it. I get to talk about my favorite topic. I get to talk about Star Wars. So I'm very excited. So please tune in to Wednesday, May 1st, 8 p.m. for our next episode. Just temporary. After that, we'll be back to our normal Thursday schedule. And then, do you all have any announcements before I get to normal bookkeeping?
I don't have an announcement, but I did want to address that comment about Deadpool there. Hey, man, nobody's saying Ryan Reynolds is not a god. Like, you know, in terms of just the man he is. I mean,
He plays a
if
good
I had to pick a
Deadpool.
man crush, Ryan Reynolds all
Pick
the way.
Ryan Reynolds.
But, I mean, you know,
See, I thought you would pick Hugh Jackman,
Hugh
the
Jackman.
man who embodies the Wolverine.
how can I have both?
Sure.
There we go.
Use that male and male.
You can only have both if our chat agrees. There are jurors.
the jury. Yeah.
But go ahead.
All right. Well, I want to give a special shout out to John who designed our new graphics. As you can see, we have a whole new visual appeal right now. Thank you so much, John, for helping us design all of it. I also want to thank Leviction. I believe today, in the beginning of our stream, we had a new song. It's pretty good music.
We did.
I listened to it a lot. And he's a phenomenal artist, so please give him a listen on Spotify. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else. Do y'all have anything?
Nope. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Cool, everyone.
Take it easy, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Peace.